Shalom Akim. I'm going to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, GMS, who teach and rule well. And salutations to all the Akim in all four corners of earth who's pushing his truth and sincerity. Shalom Akim. We get into this article about storming. So now some of those people who were storming the Capitol building, they're being rounded up and arrested now. Let me start off with this top of this article. It says, witch hunt. Police officers and firefighters probed. Employees losing jobs for partaking in U.S. Capitol protests turned right. When you seen all those faces of those hardcore Edomites, these weren't no regular Edomites. These boys were just some good old boys that had good jobs. They all came down to Washington for one thing and one thing only, for destruction, and to show, their strength and power, man. Esau this is his last hoorah right now, so he's got to pull all stops out, so to speak. So of course, when you get pulled over by some of these police officers, they look at you crazy because they know that they would rather put that noose around your neck. Speaking to you, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, they do not like you. I remember years ago, the firefighters here in Chicago, they would openly tell. You would hear sometimes they call or whatever different cases of how people would have their houses being burned down, and some of these Edomite firefighters, they wouldn't even take the call or wouldn't even come to the scene or something to that effect, man. Letting you know that they were racist. I always had that feeling about the firefighters anyways, man. You could just look at them. They want to be police officers, but at the same time, they just chose this fire department thing, but they could still be as racist as they want to be. But let me read some of this article and bring out some verses. It says, Seattle's police department is investigating two of its officers after finding out that they were in Washington, D.C. as public and private employees face scrutiny for partaking in the pro-Trump rally turned riot at the U.S. Capitol. So these people were traveling from all over, like I was saying. One girl who got shot, I think they said that she came from San Diego. And they have her ranting and raving on the internet, about how, just ranting and raving, man, just spewing out their racism. But, and that this is another add-on point that this was a racist movement. Look at the Confederate flags that are being shown all through the movement. They also had pictures of nooses out there. Now, what does that have to do with anything, man? But when certain things that Esau does, it just signals, where his mindset is. And those are signs that you got to be able to witness. The Confederate flag, the noose, different. Those are just two things I can think of off the top of my head. Sometimes a coworker, he has a little sly joke to say, always looking at things one way and bringing it to you. How do you feel about this and that? You know darn well how you feel about the situation and different things, but they always want to try to test you. But it says the department fully supports all lawful expressions of First Amendment freedom of speech, but the violent mob and events that unfolded at the U.S. Capitol were unlawful and resulted in the death of another police officer. Seattle Police Chief Adrian Diaz said on Friday night in a statement. And that's another thing too that I did hear about the police officer getting hit in the head, and then he walked away or something, and walked to the hospital or something, and then he eventually died. So I wonder what all the scrutiny be happening if one of the police officers hadn't died. If it was just people out there, would it be okay? Would these police officers be turning themselves in, or would half of these people be trying to telling themselves right now, or not even telling themselves their jobs, trying to cover their butts by firing them left and right, man? But yeah. So he says the two officers were placed on administrative leave during the investigation. Any officers who are directly involved in insurrection at the Capitol will be fired right away. Slacky. The probe comes as businesses and governments across the U.S. look to jettison employees who may have taken part in Wednesday's violent protests on Washington to fight the clarification of the president-elect Joe Biden's electoral votes. The CEO of suburban Chicago based data analysts firm Cogency was fired on Friday after being arrested over his alleged role in the riot, as was the Associate General Counsel of Texas-based Goosehead Insurance. The letter claimed he was peacefully demonstrating. We got pictures of these people that were in, like I said, peaceful demonstrating. And that's the thing right now. A lot of these people were in these top businesses, and just by them taking these goofy selfies down there, just by them taking their goofy pictures and everything in front of these different monuments and putting it all for the world to see. They got themselves in trouble. But once again, that's the pride of Esau, man. He's a very prideful person, man. Um, but these are the CEOs and top head and these are professionals at their jobs, man, that are losing them left and right, and that's the call y'all about Shem Yahushua, because once again, the advent of this internet and with these different apps that turning people into stars instantly, all they gotta do is sit back and take a picture. And if you notice during the marching, you've seen everybody out with their cameras out and stuff, man. Then man, these people are very prideful right now, and those are the times we're in, man. But let me bring this out real fast. This is Psalm 73 and 3. I'm gonna start at 3. It says, "For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked," man. And these guys had these good jobs, but at the end of the day, they're wicked, and we're getting ready to see their downfall. We're witnessing it, man. They're all strictly for Esau's kingdom that's getting ready to come down, and we're showing it coming from the heads of these jobs. So now they'll be in the food lines, they'll be begging very soon. Or on the flip side, you know how it goes in Esau's kingdom, where they'll look out for the wicked. They'll have all sorts of funds put to the side for them. They'll have a GoFundMe page for that CEO person. Each one of these CEOs. Then on top of that, they probably got a nice severance package for leaving, for getting fired. Who knows, man? And Chicago real estate. Let me continue reading. It says, a Chicago real estate agent also lost her job after saying on social media that she took part in the storming the Capitol. Once again, it's the social media thing. I've seen plenty of pictures of these guys. That's how a lot of them are getting caught up. And you also have a story where some of the parents come home and their kids are now ratting them out. Once again, because of the social media stuff. You have these TikToks and these different little pages that they make and come up with, and they just sit there and tell the whole world their business. Don't know who they talking to, but just let it ride, This is let me continue reading. So this is Psalms 73 and 4. For there are no bands in their depth, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. These guys, we're seeing their fall trickle down, man. Because finally they're getting themselves into trouble just because they're taking these pictures and showing, and they're going home bragging to their friends. You have one guy who's on just the different ones from Facebook, TikTok, different social media applications they're using to just show what they took part in. It says Psalm 73 and 6. Therefore, pride can pass them about as chains. Violence covers them as a garment, man. You see that pride, man? It's all around them, man. They wear it, they show it. They don't mind letting you know that they're a CEO of this business and that business. But I'm going out here to march, express my right. That's what they say, when all they did was tore up some stuff and got themselves in trouble, man. Lost their jobs, man. Let me read some more of this article. He says that St. Vincent College professor was cut loose by this Pennsylvania school after he shared pictures of himself outside the Capitol on Wednesday. The president of the Richmond Food Truck Association was forced to resign for partaking in the protests. But once again, this was more than a protest. This was a riot, as I was saying earlier in the thing. Peaceful protesters are people marching down the street with signs in their hands. These people had a plan to raid the buildings, and everybody had their own plan. They got even mice were planting pipe bombs throughout the building. Some of them were just spray painting or just taking pictures in different areas, just doing all sorts of, just showing the crumbling of America too as well. And a lot of America's enemies seen this, and they were up, this is fine time for pickets right now, But it's once again, these people were coming from all over. These were they have some type of little network where they're talking to each other, man. They got to be talking to each other, But these people, what were they marching for? Just because of the president, man. That was the pride. So they were ready to tear down the Capitol building because of a Democratic elected president was put into power, and theirs wasn't, man. Theirs couldn't hold the seat. So, this is twofold to this, because that also shows that your democracy is falling apart. Your so-called democracy, which America loves to try to push. Where is the hardship coming out? Because these guys are only just losing their jobs. Shouldn't they be put in jail? Some of them are being put in jail, but they need to be tracking all of them, putting them in jail. Everybody who broke into the Capitol building needs to be being put in jail. But in Esau's kingdom, they'll figure out some way to bypass all that, man. But yeah, I just wanted to share this and show how Esau, they're really not in trouble for it, like we get in trouble. They show pictures during the summertime. We got pictures of people catching rubber bullets to the head, all sorts of things like that, getting shot up with different type of rubber bullets, all sorts of mace being unleashed, and these people just had a free reign into the Capitol building. It just adds on to it, because we know that this was nothing but Edomites that partook in this. So once again, don't do what the Edomites do. Stay clear out of their way. Don't be joint hand in hand with this devil, because even though he's not in trouble as other men, as the scripture speaks, like I bring this out, Psalm 73:5, they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. So once again, the basis of this one, they're not going to really be in trouble. They're just losing their jobs right now. Wait to throw them in jail and let them lose their job. That's hard times, man. Ask about 90% of the Jake that's locked up in jail. Once you get locked up, you lose your job, then you'll come home to nothing. That's something really scary. And that'll even grounds out a little bit. With that being said, I hope this is edifying. Shalom, Akim.